If you want to invest in this year's hottest colour, stick around for today's video. Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah and I am the style coach. You're very welcome here. Welcome back if you are a subscriber. If you are new here, my channel is all about personal style and personal development. So if that is your thing, please make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it and learned something new, and be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit those notifications as well. Today's video is all about how to wear this year's hottest color trend, that is green. Choosing the right green can be tricky. Now, I've done a video on wearing green before. That was a couple of years ago. I want to add to that. So I'll link that up above so you can go check that out if you want, before or after this video. And I'm going to give you even more knowledge. So as you can see behind me, I have my collection of green items. If you don't know your color season, I would encourage everybody to get a color consultation done. I do them online, so you can do one-to-one with me, or indeed join my online course. It's a 6-week course and there's a chapter in there on color as well. So I'll leave the link to that below. To start off with, I thought we'd play a little game. I'm going to put on 4 green drapes around my neck, and I'd love for you to let me know whether you prefer 1, 2, 3 or 4. So you can put your comments below. So let's play that little game right now. Let's first actually talk about the composition of green and how green is made. So when we combine yellow and blue in equal measurements, we get a true green colour. Because there are equal measurements of yellow and of blue, it means that it would suit people who have cool undertones quite well and warm undertones quite well. So when we have true green, equal measurements of blue and of yellow, the way we make a colour warmer is that we add more yellow to it. So we can have yellow greens, which would be moving into the warmer category. When we add blue to greens, it goes cooler. And so it will suit people who are cooler. In other words, the winters and the summers. So let's take a look at what I've got on my rail, and I will talk you through the details of green and who I think it would suit best. So I've organized my rail so that you are looking at colors that are on the cooler side, moving into neutral and then going into warm. Let's start over with the cooler colors. You could easily say this is a very yellow green. We also have to take into consideration some other things that are going on. For example, the brightness of this color, and it's almost like an acidic green. It's almost like a highlighter green. When we go into that acidic type of color, whether it is a yellow green, we are looking at a cooler color. And if this is sounding complicated, that's okay. It takes a while to get your head around these kind of these colors, particularly when you look at it next to these colors here, which are all a little bit cooler. And there's different depths to them, different brightnesses to them. But you can definitely tell that there's a blue tone to them. This is less obvious. It is a pine green, not a forest green, so it is cooler. And again, this color here is cooler. It's like a sage. As we continue on down the rail, we have this true green color, this kind of a Kelly green. And this is kind of that medium ground that we talked about, where there's equal measurements of yellow and blue, creating this very neutral green. So many people can wear this. Now this one is particularly, it's on the brighter side, so probably best suited for a spring or a winter who can tolerate that saturation of colour. But that is kind of in that neutral space. Now, as we move on through into these kind of dirty khaki colours, certain khakis can be a little bit more on the, they can be cool or warm khakis, first of all, so you can have a much more yellow khaki. These are leaning into warmer khakis. And often, a good clue to look at is to look at metallics that are added to clothes. So when you have a top, for example, look to see at the buttons, or if there's trousers, look at the zip, look at the metallics and see what metallic they've used. Is it silver? Is it gold? Is it bronze? etc. On this one in particular, you can see that there's bronze button added to here. So designers, you know, they often get it right. So when you're in doubt, look at the metallics that are put onto, or the hard work that are put onto tops, trousers, etc., coats. And if there's bronze or gold, it's probably moving into that warmer side, whereas if it's silver, it's coming back into the cooler side. As we move right down the rail to the other side, we have this forest green. This is a much more yellow green than, let's say, a pine green. So there's a lot more yellow in this green. It would bring out, I do wear this and it does bring out a slight yellowness to my skin, so I have to counteract that with makeup, which you can do as well. So that's just to give you an idea of how green can appear. So it can be acidic, it can be a highlighter green, it can move into these cooler shades, you know, the summer shades, the winter shades here, moving into neutral and then moving into the warmer shades. Now, if you are in doubt about when you go to a shop and you're looking at a green, because it's not always clear, a good way to do a little test is to get a silver or a gold handbag. So try and bring one with you, or see if you can find one in the shop and go grab them. So I've got my silver handbag here and I'm going to show you what they look like against the greens, the various greens, and you'll see how they look together. Some will look better than others, and that gives you an indication. So silver, if you don't know, works better with cooler undertones. It works better with cooler colors. So it's working well with what I've got on today. That's a cool color. And let's see how that looks against this suit. So for me, I would definitely put these two together. I think that works quite well. Moving through to these turquoise, I think that works quite well as well. When we get through to these neutral colours, the neutral greens, it's okay. It still works quite well. However, when we get through to this warmer green that we saw before, and we put that silver up to it, to me, that doesn't work well. That there's a clash there, that there's no harmony between those two colours, and I'm not really loving them. So for me, that doesn't work. So that would be a clear indication that that green is on the warmer side because the silver handbag doesn't go with it. If you have a gold handbag at hand, and I have this one here, it's kind of sequins. Now there's a little bit of silver in it, but the sequins are gold. So we'll just go with this because I don't have many warm handbags. So if we look at this suit with this, I don't really see the beauty in the gold in the bag here. They're kind of fighting for attention and I don't think it's very complimentary at all. What do you think? Similarly, I don't see these working well at all together. This is a very blue turquoise and this gold, it just doesn't work for me at all. As we move through to the neutral green, this is working better. Similar to the silver handbag, it was okay. It worked well. Was it amazing? It was okay. That's it. So these are okay together. But again, we're looking at a neutral green here. Now we've got that warm green with the yellow tone to it. And when I put the handbag next to that, these really complement each other. There's a richness in the yellow tones that come out that we miss when we pair these with cooler items. So these work really well together. So if you're in a shop and you don't know whether you're looking at a warm green or a cool green, try to find yourself something metallic, whether it's a silver necklace or a gold handbag. Try to find something and put it up next to the green item. That will give you an indication. So with my coloured drapes, I'd like to show you where these would be placed in terms of moving into the cooler colours through to neutral into warm. This one here is a kind of it's a blue green. So I would be putting that down over here into the cooler categories. Definitely from the winter palette. True green, as we talked about, is that equal measurements of blue and yellow. However, because of the little bit of depth and the clarity of this colour, it does sit well in the winter category, so it is on the cooler side. And we talked about these very blue greens. I'd even struggle to call them green at all maybe, but they're very much a turquoise. and they would be best suited in the summer category, which is a cool category. And you can see there I have some of those colours just there, so that would be next. As we start to move up the scale of getting warmer, we move into the spring colours. So you can see these are kind of like warm pistachio colours, definitely more yellow in them than some of the other colours. So we're moving down into that warmer category here. And then right on the other side of the scale, we move into those deeper colours of autumn, but they are definitely still warm. So we have this lovely olive green here and the forest green that we saw in my jumper dress over here. So they would go down on that side as well. So you can see how these colours are much warmer than these cooler colours up on the other side. So what's the benefit of knowing whether you are suited to warm greens, cool greens, neutral greens? Well, it makes shopping a whole lot easier for a start. So you can begin to shop from a colour palette so that you can mix and match things really easily. You'll see here how easily I've matched my green coat with my pink suit. I think it looks like a great combination, and that's simply because I've worked from a colour palette. The other reason you might want to work with a colour palette is, and know whether you're suited to warm colours or cool colours, is that they can make you look amazing. So wearing the right colours can change how you look. They can give you a healthy glow, or they can age you. So which would you rather? I know which one I'd rather go for. So there's lots of different reasons why you might want to work with a colour palette. If you're really curious about investing in yourself and your wardrobe, get in touch for an online colour consultation. I work with people all over the world to determine their best colours. So watch out for this colour this year. It is going to be great, but only invest in it if you are sure about what green suits you. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Thank you. Bye.